Welcome on in to my little floss tube. My name is Sheila. I go by the Crow River Stitcher here on YouTube, the Crow River Stitcher on Instagram. I have an Etsy shop called She's So Sassy. It's she and then sew as an S-E-W, sassy. I'll put it along here. So it has been, boy, 6 weeks and I have been stitching like crazy. I just haven't got on to do a video. I was going to do a video and then I got sick. The vid found me finally after like 3-4 years. I think I had it way when it first came out and so sick, like in bed for 2 weeks. And this time it was just, I think it was the vid. I didn't do a test or anything. It just was a really bad cold, but I lost my sense of smell and taste. And I had like a slight fever for like a day. So I know that's not a typical cold symptom, those, but who knows what I got. But it was just felt lousy for like a week. So welcome. I hope you guys have had a great January. It is almost Valentine's Day tomorrow. I wore kind of a little Valentine-y outfit, put a little red mousse in my hair. Oh, like where it was still a little blonde, it grabbed a little more coppery, which whatever. I need a haircut. I need a color. I don't know what I want to do with my hair. That has been my dilemma my whole life, was what do I want to do with my hair now? Because I love change. I've always colored it either blonde or red. I'm kind of a naturally strawberry blonde, so I go in between the two. And I've had it long. I've had it super short. I've had it medium. I don't know. I get bored. And as I've aged, my hair has gotten thinner. So I can't wear it long because it's just too scrappy. But it needs something. So maybe next time you see me, I'll have a new do. So I stocked up my Etsy shop. When you guys see this, I'll have a bunch more bags listed. So I have 4 sizes in my shop right now. I'm just going to go through. This is the small, and it fits a folded chart. So it fits a chart, you know, just nice and snug. So if you have like a real small project, this would be really nice to just grab and go, not too big. Measures about 9.5 by 9.5. And it also fits one of these magnetic hoops. So, you know, it fits it perfectly there, and then you just kind of flap over the top. And so it even holds the bigger magnetic hoop. I think this is a Mill Hill 5x5 kit. So I just put that in there to show you the size. So that's the small. And then I have intermediate. I don't know what I'm going to call it because I've had a small, medium, and large. So I was like a schmedium, the schmedium size. So this one is about the same width across, but a little longer. So you could, instead of putting your chart in sideways, you could put it in the long way, and it fits a little less snug if you want a little bit more room. And so that's kind of the medium size. I don't know if I would call it intermediate or what, but so that's that size. And then the typical, which this is like an 8x10, I think about 8x10-ish size. And then the medium is 11x14. This fits a full big chart across. And then the large is 14x14. So it would fit quite a few different projects and a lot of really big charts or beads and fab. I mean, this is just a big guy. So there's a size for everything for you guys. And thank you so much for checking out my shop and supporting the little small business of ours that we do. I love sewing and creating, so it's just a fun outlet, and then gives me a little spending money to buy more stuff. Because really, do we need more stuff? Yeah, we do. So fully finishes, I have none. I have not been in the mood. Well, I only have a couple of finishes, and I don't know how I want to fully finish them. And there's one that I could have, but I'm like, eh. So all I have are finishes. So my finishes, I have 2 finishes, and the first one is the Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery Little Red Schoolhouse Pin Keep. This was my blessing sampler that I started January 1st, and I did finish it maybe the 3rd. I think it took me about 3 weeks to do it completely. I didn't work on it monogamously. I worked on other stuff, but this is a finish. This is on 46 count Mocha by Weeks, and the floss is a DMC 814, I believe it was 814. So it calls for the Roxy floss. So, and then it's at 815 or 816 you could use it, but I think I might have used 814, like a little deeper, either 814 or 815. Now I can't remember. I think it was 14. So I think I was going to frame it, but it could be really cute in a little pillow too. It's just small. It's probably about 5.5 by 5.5 on the 46 count. So I finished that. So hopefully my needle will be blessed all year round, and I won't have that much frogging. So far, it isn't true because I've had to frog on stuff. All right, my next finish, I can't find the chart. It's MIA, but it's from Cottage Garden Samplings, and it's Snowtime. It's the first one in their snowman series, number 1. So he's kind of a little primitive snowman. This was my oldest whip. I started it last December, so 2023, and is that right? Yeah, 2023 December. And it was sat in my project bag, half done, for quite a while, because I didn't love this blue, or I didn't know if I loved the blue, and I'm like, I don't know, and I just wasn't feeling it, and it sat, and I'm like, okay, just finish it. I was gonna just UFO it and leave it. I think it was about right here before I picked it up this last time, and so I just worked on it, got it done. Probably maybe make a project bag out of it, or find a frame and hang it for winter. It's cute. I mean, now that he's done, he is cute. I love the cardinals, and he's just a handsome little snowman. So this was on Hobby Lobby, Lugana, like their even weave in their, I think it's steel blue, it's called. And I did 2 DMC floss over the 2 threads. So he's done. I'm not like, ooh, I love him so much, but he's done. He's got a lot of mistakes on him, and I had to just fudge it. Especially like just learning because I've only been stitching for what, a little over a year, and he was one of my first projects I started, and one of them, like, and yeah, he is what he is. He's cute. So whips. I worked on a lot of whips. I think I didn't even put all of them in the pile. They'll probably be saved for next time. It was just getting out of hand. And I have been staying up like till 2, 3 in the morning stitching, and sleeping till like 10. I feel like a teenager lately, and I need to get my butt back into a normal sleep cycle. Yeah, but you know, with winter in Minnesota, it's cold and dark, and I'm just not motivated to get up in the morning, and I just end up staying up all night and been stitching. So I think I've been clocking like 1,000 stitches a day, every day since January. So a lot has been going on. So my first whip, this is off of Etsy, and it's TAM Stitch Designs. She's got a lot of cute stuff, just adorable. A lot of folk arty, colorful, whimsical stuff. I love it. This is Whimsical Village number 8. She's got quite a few. I loved the springy colors, and I started this on, I think this is 18 count Aida, just a white Aida, because it's pretty much, it's full coverage. And here I am so far. I am just doing one strand on the 18. Yeah, I think it's 18 count, 16 or 18. And I'm loving the colors. It's just so bright and fun, and just working page by page. Not much else to say about it. It's all DMC, and it's really pretty. This is my only full coverage that I have. I'm thinking maybe this year of starting like a big full coverage, but I haven't taken the plunge yet. There's a few designs out there that have caught my eye, but I really have to love something to put a big full coverage, because this one isn't going to be overly huge. I mean, I think I'm a quarter way done, so it's not a big stitch. But so that is my first whip. My second whip, I really wanted to finish for January, but I just didn't get it. I had quite a bit done, and then I had to frog a bunch, and then I got mad, and I just like set it aside. So this one is from the Blue Flower Huckleberry Farm. I started this last January, so it has been a year, and so I was really hoping to get another January finish to finish it in January, but no such luck. This is on 40 count Kunzite by Fiber on a Whim. And it's like a really pretty light lavender color. And I'm getting there. I worked on the bear and down here, finished that. And I had a bunch of this all stitched, like coming all the way across. And I was off. So I had to rip all of that off. And I mean, you know, taking out stitches is almost as time consuming as putting in stitches. And so it just was like, okay, I'm done putting this away. So I'll have to come in and just maybe, this will get done this year for sure. This will be a finish 2025. And so I've got some alphabet in there, and then just a little bit there. So not a whole lot. It's just, I was mad at it, and I wanted to punch it in the face. I wanted to spank it in its mouth, but it was a little more severe than a timeout. I wanted to beat it. So I had to just walk away. The anger was high that day. And my husband will tell you I have a temper. I've always had a temper. It's mellowed out as I've aged, but I don't know. I think being a natural strawberry blonde, like redheads get a bad rap for tempers, and it's true. I always had a short little fuse. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say short fuse. It takes a lot to make me mad, but when I get mad, it's just like explosive. And then like it's like a volcano, explode, and then, you know, it's done. But I've learned as I've gotten older to be more of a teapot instead of a volcano. So like if I'm a teapot, I just let out a little anger all the time. It sounds like I'm always mad. I'm not. But like frustrations or like, you know, I'm much better at venting so it doesn't boil up into, you know, a volcano. So I've learned that over the years, just to be a little teapot. The next one is the Theresa Kogut, the Stitch Along. It's been 1 year. I'm caught up for, it comes out on the 15th of every month, and I do have to stitch January section, but I'm not behind yet. I still have 2 days to whip out January section, but this is on 40 count Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit. It's all DMC. It's her stitch along in her Patreon, so you could join her Patreon and get the chart. She releases it on the 15th of every month, and I think you can go back and get each month for, I think, $1 if you want to. But it's halfway done. It's a 2-year, so it'll just be, it's as wide as it is, but now it'll be double long, if that makes sense. Words again, I swear. I need to just practice speaking throughout the week, but really having fun with this one. This one I love because it's a lot of block stitching, and there's not a lot of thinking involved in counting, and it's close, so you don't have to count far away. I don't think I've had to rip hardly anything, any mistakes on this. This has been a super easy one with hardly any frogging, so I love that. Whenever I have to count far away, like from a spot, and then I just end up messing up. So I don't know how people can be like, there's people out there that are color finishers, like they pick, like, say, 310, and they do all the 310 in the whole chart, and so they have to walk, way around. Like, I don't know how they do that without making mistakes. I cannot go too far from my home base without having to frog. My next whip is Carriage House Samplings map of Hawk Run Hollow. This was my leap year day start last year, so we're going to be heading on a full year. Yeah, it's by the end of this month it'll be a year. This one, oops, I got one thread. I love working on this one. I constantly want to pull this one out, and I have to pace myself because I have a lot of other things, and since this will not be 4 years to finish this one. I have 4 years to finish it because it's a leap year one before I have to start the next one, but I'm not quite halfway done, but so yeah, it shouldn't take me long. This is on Dunes by Fiber on a Whim, and it's 36 count, and I'm just using one strand of the DMC. Love the modeling on here and the color. It's a lot of stitching. It's not quite full coverage, but there's going to be quite a bit down through here. That's a lot of full coverage. So it will take me at least another year and a half, but I love this guy. So pretty. Love that hawk. I want to do all the Carriage House samplings, like the Halloween and the houses and the farm, and so maybe when I finish this one I can start another one. Actually, no, it will be before that because I want to do autumn. I have the autumn of I forgot. It's just the autumn from them. I think I do want to start that one this autumn. But yay, so pretty. And all right, my next one is a French sampler from Reflet de Soie, and it's Anais curveur. It's that. And this guy, I got all the way across. This is on 40 count. Where's the tag? Here it is, 40 count. Bestitch Me, lightly salted, not roasted. Such a pretty color, like a peachy, warm color. So I made it all the way across and worked down. That border is so beautiful. Look at that. I know you guys have seen this one quite a few times. This is another one I always want to work on. I always want to pull it out and work on it. Look at this peacock. I put him in. Yeah, last time I was like right about there. So I worked all the way down, got the peacock in, the other bird, another butterfly. They're not the same, but, and then I'll have to do some wording and then just start working down. This one just makes me happy too. I can't wait for this one to be done. This will probably be a couple year project because I think I started this last March. So I'm only a third of the way done. So this might take 3 years. Who knows? There's a lot of stitching up there. It's heavily stitched. Like down the sides. That is going to be a big stitch there. Then that same motif across the bottom. But it's going to be so pretty. Love this one. I'm also using DMC on that. And just, yeah, 40 count, one strand. And the next one is, you guys see pretty much all the time too, because this is my Sunday stitch. I started on my birthday in September. It is Elisabeth Weston, 1830. This is my biggest one, like 400 by 400. And it's on truffle from Picture This Plus. I always, if I run a whim and Picture This Plus, I always want to interchange them. But so this is a monster girl. I worked on this berry basket and some of this tree. I had the bird in, so just working right in through here. I'm using all the silk except one DMC because the silks, the two colors were almost identical, and there was, on the chart, it showed more like a difference in the colors where when I stitched it, it was almost identical. There are two of the greens and through the whole border. So one I'm using DMC and the rest is all the soie de silk, which I absolutely love it. It's so fluffy and it's a little slippery. Once in a while it slips out of my needle, but I love it because it rarely knots. And if you get a tiny little knot, it just comes out so quickly because it is much slipperier. So this is kind of a hard one to hold up because it's such a big one. There is a lot of cream. You could see it more in person than on camera, but yeah, I'm loving the colors, the pinks and the teal. It's just gonna be such a fun one. This one will definitely be not finished by my birthday in September. It'll probably be a couple years, so that's fine. Just I pull it out and have fun. I would say most of my big samplers have a lot of big chunk in them, so I'll probably have a couple finishes this year on some of them, but I'm not sure which ones. For sure, Huckleberry Farm, and I don't know what else. But all right, next one is a stitch along that I'm hosting. It is Let Freedom Ring by Lila Studio, and we are 6 weeks in already. Yeah, we started January 4th, and this will be done July 4th, 2026 by the 250th anniversary. So we have a Facebook page. There's like 90 of us in that Facebook group. So if you're doing this and didn't know about the Facebook group, just message me and I can get you added. And we also do a Zoom call on the 4th of every month. We had our first one February 4th, and I think we had 18 people show up for that. It was at the height of the bustling crowd, and I stayed on till, boy, it was after 11 Central Time. So if you want to get in on the Zoom, you can email me also, and I just need your email address and we can get you signed up for that. I'm doing this on 40 count vintage country mocha, and I'm using all the called for, which is DMC with some fancy floss. And we are working, well, I'm working straight across. Other people, you know, some people like to start at the bottom, some in the center. So everyone's working somewhere, you know, it doesn't have to be right. But I'm starting and just working every week. We do a 24 by 40 section. And I'm a little ahead right now because I want to stay a little ahead to make sure if there's any issues with the chart, which there are quite a few issues with the chart, that people are finding little mistakes here and there. So when I work on it ahead of time, if I come into a little mistake, then I can put it on the Facebook page. So somebody might not, so you don't have to deal with a mistake after, you'll know ahead of time. So yeah, I'm almost all the way across to the edge. Probably in the next week I hit that, and then we'll just, it'll be like a typewriter all the way, and then and then come back down and start working all the way across. So that's how I'm working it, but you can work it whichever way you want. And some people are doing page by page. I've had some people that have loved this so much that they have been working on it nonstop monogamously and are gotten like big sections done. So yeah, I love this. I worked on the bell. That bell was really fun. There's some 1/1 with the wording, not all of it, but there are a few 1/1, and there is quite a bit of back stitching in some of the building. So it's going to be a big girl, but we get to do it together and we're having fun. I love doing this stitch. And so far, this project, I don't have, that I'm aware of, I have no mistakes in it. I've been able to stay really good and haven't had to fudge at all. Anytime I've made a little mistake, I've pulled it out and fixed it, because working down, I don't want to have any big, huge, I don't want to have to fudge so early. I mean, if I have to fudge or something, I can, but for now, I have been able to stay on track and no mistakes. But I know that's not going to stay true for very long. New starts. So since January, I've had 8 new starts. And you guys have seen them. Last time there was like the crow and a couple others that you have seen. But since then, I've done 3 other ones. And so February, so I do all the Prairie Schooler monthlies. And I did January last year, so I didn't need to do January, but I started February's for the first, I think I started it right at the end of January. And this one, I do them all on lamb's wool, 40 count lamb's wool to fit into my little calendar box. And this is what I have so far in February. It is all DMC, just the 1 strand on the 40 count. Been cruising on this one. Up top is really fast. You know, letters for me are fast, they're easy. But then down through here, all the monthlies are pretty dense and mostly full coverage. Like, it's just all snow and house. I can't wait to get to that horsey. I did the groundhog. He's a little groundhog up there too. Super cute. So, might not get this one done this month. This might be my first one that I haven't been able to finish. And I'm halfway done with we're halfway done with the month. I might be able to work it out, but maybe not. I'm not going to rush. And just each month I start the new one, and by the fall I have all since September, October, November, December, January I have done. So then once we hit the fall, then I could just pull some of these out throughout the next year and get them done before the next month. So they'll all be done by next year, if that makes sense. So that was one of my first new starts. Another new start was this chart. It's an old chart from the 80s by P Buckley Moss. It's called Solitary Skater. And I started it on Lugana, a brown Lugana, and it's full coverage. And I knew that this white snow was not stitched. It's just the white of the fabric. And because I started it on like a tan Lugana, I was just going to stitch all of it. Well, I wasn't loving it. I wasn't loving how big it was going to be on the Lugana. And then I'm like, oh, that's a lot of stitching that I have to do white. And I'm like, why, Sheila? Just get a white fabric and, you know, not have to stitch it. Well, I didn't like how big it was going to be. And there's a lot of blended threads in here, which means 2 different threads held together, different colors. So it gives a different look to it. And so I for sure needed like a 36 count or larger to be able to do that. But then I was watching somebody, oh shoot, I forgot her name, the Handwork Maniac. Love her channel. But she had did a 40 count and she had to do blended, and she just did a tent stitch. So just a half stitch with the blended. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll do that, because I didn't want this design huge on my wall in the winter. We have a small little house, and I just wanted a smaller something to hang on the wall. So I found, in my stash, I have this opalescent white, it's white opal by, it's just Newcastle white opal. I don't know who makes it. It's 40 count. And I had it in my stash, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just do that. And then just when I have to do the blended thread, do a half stitch. And since it's white and there is a sparkle, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, maybe up there you can see. It's just, you know, looks very snowy and Arctic-y white. So I decided to do that, and I got a start. And it's pretty full coverage. Yeah, I mean, and there's some back stitching, but there's something about that little solitary skater that's just so tranquil and pretty. So that was my one start on that. Maybe I'll pull her out this week. I forgot about this. It's like all my start stitching and then you forget. So yeah, it's going to be much smaller now. I'm like, almost, is it going to be too small? But I'm keeping it. It'll just be cute. Find like a cute oval frame. They've got smaller cute oval frames and do that. So that was my second start since I saw you. And then one more start I had. It is Crocette a Gogo, and it's the winter sampler. I love all her stuff, like so much of her stuff. I would love to do the spring, the summer, and the autumn one too, but maybe I'll just do one each year. Like when I finish this one, then I can start the next one, because they're big. It's 215 by 315, so it's not a quick stitch by any means. I am doing this on I forgot. It's Fox and Rabbit. I'm in their fabric club, and this one came a couple months ago. I think it's something mud cake. I think it's called something mud cake or something. I'll write it down in the description box. It's 40 count, and it shows the white so well on this. I love this color fabric. The white just pops. The owl, whatever color they called for the owl, he really blended into this. So I just picked a little darker floss for him, so he stood out a little bit more. Because I don't know if it's like 611 or 612 that this is almost identical to the DMC, but yeah, I worked quite a bit. I think like 3 nights on this, 3 or 4 nights. I was just having fun, and I'll probably work on them again before I put them away, before it gets too springy. It's still winter here. Yeah, winter for at least another month, technically, but like a couple more months with our weather. But loving that one. So cute. Just, yeah, I'm excited to get to the house, and then all the little critters down low. Super cute chart. Almost looks like you could divide it up and have like 2 different samplers, and I'm doing it all. Yeah, I'll write the fox and rabbit one, but I love it. I want more of this color for winter stitching, or any of the snow, because that just pops so nicely on the white. And then the other colors still are great. I think it's mud cake. I'll write it down for you guys. So that is all my stitching. I think I had a couple other things, but I'll just put them in next time around. So I did get some happy mail. My friend PJ, she sent me a card. She handmade this adorable card. Even the chilliest winter is warmed by friendship. And it's kind of a fold down. Isn't it cute? And just opens up. Oh, I'll take out the note inside there, and then she just stuck the note down in through here, so she didn't write on here. She's like, so you can use the card for someone else. It's like, how great is that? But he's just adorable, just cute little pop-up, super cute. So thank you, PJ. And she sent Chubby Bee. She I said that I don't know if she stitched it or she wasn't going to stitch it, but she passed the stash on to me, and he is super cute. I will put him in the rotation maybe for summer, work on a little Chubby Bee. So thank you so much, PJ. And then I'm also in, I get through Welcome Stitchery down in Blue Earth, Minnesota. I get the needle book in the needle book club this last year. So I got the needle book. This one is called Winter Ice Queen of the Needles, which I should have started that. I have 3 of their needle books, and I've yet to start, and I absolutely love them all, and I don't know why I haven't started them. And it comes with the Old Salem linen, and it came with some other goodies, which I forgot what they were now. It was, I think it was a charm for either like scissor fob or bag charms, and I put it on one of my winter bags. Which one is it? It was, I think this came in it. It was this cute little Santa, and I just clipped them onto one of my winter bags. So, and then there's something else in there too, but I can't remember. If I don't write stuff down, it's just gone. And so I'll go through a few more charts from the stash that my friend Leah gave me, since we have some time. The Cricut collection, August. I like the Cricut collection a lot. The winter one and everything. They're really cute. This is an older shepherd's bush, Being Merry. He's really cute too. This is Homespun Towels 2, the Victoria Sampler, designed by Kathy Jean for the Victoria Sampler. And look at those cute spring birds. I think I might have to start maybe the little goldfinches. Oh, and I just made an embroidered bag into my shop. That's a goldfinch. That'd be cute. And maybe I have to make myself one for all the summery birds. Very cute. Music Amongst the Trees by Samplers Not Forgotten. Oh, hopefully that's not too much glare. Just a simple little sampler. There's always music amongst the trees in the garden, but our hearts must be very quiet to hear. And it's got a little bird. And the Fox Family cross stitch filigram, filigram.com. That's really cute. I like the that inner border. And Luminous. Wait, oh, Glendon Place. This one is gorgeous. I'll take this one out. Comes to the Wind by Glendon Place. Love that color of fabric too. It's called for Cyprium, Cashel Linen by Picture This Plus, Cyprium. The white pops off great on that. That's a beautiful one. Let's see, just a cute little Christmas motif. JBW Designs. That would be a really quick little ornament. This one's gorgeous. The Dimensions kit. It's Behold a Savior. Ooh, that might be a fun full coverage one to start. That one's pretty full coverage, isn't it? Not all, but it's pretty dense. Oh, that chart is small. I need to look at it under the microscope. Ooh, that's a small. You know, with the newer charts and how people chart them so big, and we get so spoiled. And then you go to this older dimension, and you're like, yeah, I can't see it without cheaters. I don't have my cheaters on, and yeah, but it's doable. Here's a cute spring one. It's Plain and Fancy Collection Spring Eggs 3. That would be some cute for starting springtime. Oh, and then there's actually 4 of these. It's all the Cricut collection, and it's the Days of Christmas. So we've got the first day, so 1, 2, and 3 Days of Christmas. Here's 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8, 9. And 10, 11, 12. So all the days. They're really cute. And they're in a fun, like pear. It looks like a pear shape. And this one, okay, so Ottoman Hawk Hollow. I know everybody has seen it, like all the Hawk runs, but this is the one I think I want to start this autumn. And I know they're very stitch heavy, but they're just so fun. I love the individual boxes, because when you finish a box, it's satisfying. Like you've got a finish, even though you've got a bunch of boxes, but it's still like a satisfying little finish that you got. So that one will definitely, this is going to be a start this autumn which is a long time from now, right? And what, any other goodies? Oh, this cute crow pins that I'll have to put on being a crow. Oh, and then these little, I forgot about those. I kept stuff in the box to show, and I could have put these on some of my pillows for winter, but pin minis. I can't read who it's by. Is it just another, yeah, just another Button Company pins. So thank you, Leah, for all the goodies. And everybody, thank you for watching and listening to me ramble. I always say that. So thank you so much for tuning in on this little floss tube of mine. Hopefully I will, well, no, I will not be that long again, because my goal is at least 2 videos a month. In January, I pooped the bed already with my goals for 2025, but I'm done pooping the bed. I'm going to be back on here. So I'll have to, 1 month I'll have to do 3 videos. Actually, 2 months I'll have to do 3 videos. So yeah, look for me and hold me accountable. Be like, Sheila, where are you? Because this time of year, I just hibernate like the bears. I just want to run and hide and not do much of anything. And then spring comes and I get this whole new lease on life and excited, and yeah. Oh, I have, let's see, tomorrow I have my second appointment. I have to go. So many of you guys know I had cancer and had surgery in September. And so for the first, I think 2 or 3 years, I have to go every 3 months for an exam. So the first one was fine. Now tomorrow I go in for my 6-month checkup, and so it's always so nerve-wracking. Like the night, like this last couple weeks, it's just been a little nerve-wracking, going, okay, please, like, cancer just stay away forever. And you know, they just for that first 5 years, the chances of it coming back are usually high within those first 3 years. I'm 95% chance it won't come back, so I shouldn't be worrying. You know, like, worrying only makes things worse, but it's hard to not think about it. And so tomorrow I go in for my 6-month follow-up. So let's just say a prayer that everything's fine and continues to be fine, and I continue to stay healthy. And yeah, so thanks so much, guys. Hope you guys are getting some stitching in, and that winter is not so horrible where you guys are, and spring is right around the corner. And let me know what you guys, any spring plans for stitching. I haven't decided any plans yet, really. I think I just want to get through some more winter stuff. And I know the market is coming up, Nashville, and I've seen a couple of really cute things. So far, nothing has like caught my eye where I'm like, ooh, I have to have that. There's a few that I was like, ooh, I really like that. But I think I just have got some stash here that I want to work on. And so I might buy something, I might not. But for now, I'm just behaving. Well, I shouldn't say behaving. There's just nothing that I have to have. Like when your heart pitter patters for something and you want it, get it, right? But nothing is making my heart pitter patter that I've seen so far. But it's only, we've got another month and a lot of stuff is going to be dropping. And yeah, so all right, good to go. Take care, guys. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.